All right, so first we're going to talk about some XFL rules that are different than the NFL. Here's one, the kickoff. Watch this. How they do it is crazy. But we're going to talk about some of the pivotal things.
About the new kickoff rules in the XFL. You will see both teams lined up at the 30 and 35. They cannot leave those yard lines until the ball is caught or 3 seconds after it hits the turf.
That's just crazy to me. That's just a wild thing. Let's see the first example of one here.
Red, back to return from the 5, and here we go.
Very hard to get a return for a TD. They did have one, which is really cool.
Now it's time for the Seattle offense.
All right, first we're going to start off with the kickoff rules since you just saw them. I want to know what your thoughts are on that, and I appreciate your time coming in and looking at these XFL differences in the rules compared to the NFL. What do you think about each one? Tell me in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, because it really does help the channel. You can also subscribe if you'd like to. Don't ever feel financially obligated, but you can do that to help support me in my dream to become a bigger content creator. So we're going to start with the XFL kickoff rules. So what they did is they start off from the 35 and the 30, like explained in the video. And I think that's to help with safety of the players. And that's why they do it, I believe. And it does it makes it harder for the returner to return that for a TD. There has been one so far, which is cool, but I think that's why they did it. So we'll start first with the overtime rules after that. So overtime rules, you get the 5-yard line, you get 3 attempts. The team with the most successful attempts gets the win. If you both tie, you have a sudden death from the 5-yard line, alternating possessions. And that's how you decide it. It's kind of like the NHL does or college football does. It's similar to those. So the XFL's 3-point tries and tiered extra points. So if you start from the if you go for the 1-point try, it's a 2-yard line. A 5-yard line is a 2-point try, and the 10-yard line is a 3-point try. So you can get 9 points in one play. That's pretty freaking cool. That's crazy. I think it's kind of cool, too, that if you return one of those, you get that same amount of points as your defense. So if you return it for a touchdown, then you'd get 3 points. If it's a 10-yarder, 2 points. If it's a 5-yarder, and so on. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. So also next we'll go to the double forward pass. So you can commit a double forward pass as long as the first pass is behind the line of scrimmage and it's incomplete if you miss it. It's not a fumble. And then you can complete it to the next player right after that. And if that's incomplete, then the play's incomplete. It's not a fumble. So that's interesting. It's a different rule. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I wanted to note that one as well. Another notable one, I would say, is the timing of the game. So the XFL does a 35-second play clock instead of a 40-second play clock. I think this is just to create more offensive plays in a higher scoring league, which is what they're aiming to do. And they will also stop it on first downs following the 2-minute warning. Just allows for more scoring. So that's interesting. I thought that was cool. And I think that's a good thing. And it kind of keeps the game flowing. So onside kick rules, they will get the chance to attempt onside kicks if they so desire at any point in the game. In the fourth quarter, however, there's a caveat. You can do 4th and 15 instead of an onside kick. And if you convert the 4th and 15, you get the ball. I thought that was a pretty exciting new feature. It's a risk-reward thing. I think that's cool. So tell me what you think about it in the comments. And then the replay reviews. And with the replay reviews, I'm going to say it's pretty cool. You can challenge literally anything. You can challenge a foul. You can challenge a play on the field. A lot of people were upset with some of the Super Bowl fouls, things like that. Well, you could have challenged it if you had these rules. I think these are good. I think this is something that could be implemented in the NFL, but I think it also creates that kind of ticky-tacky form of refereeing, which people are going to miss calls. They're going to make calls. I think that's what's one thing that's good about the game, but we'll see how it works out in the XFL. We'll watch a little bit more of it. Next, last but not least, is the touchback rules. So the XFL is attempting to encourage returns on punts. They have basically you cannot get a get a touchback. If it goes in the end zone, it'll come back at 35-yard line. Same will happen if the ball goes out of bounds inside the 35. So the coffin corner won't be much use in the XFL. They're trying to encourage punters to give the returners a try. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you'd like to. Overall, I just hope we have a great community here. We have some March Madness coming up like I promised, but I wanted to show this because I thought this was interesting. So take care.